Now I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do a portrait from a photograph of my nephew Isaiah. I'm using a 2B pencil with a makeup brush to dust off the little eraser thingies, a kneaded eraser, which is pretty cool, and a Factus black eraser for the edges. The way I start off the drawing, let's get out of here, is look at his head, the shape of his head. It's kind of square, so let's do that. Oh, don't do this to me. Camera's falling. So then, it's got a big head. It's kind of tilted because his head's not straight. It's tilted. So that's how you want to do it. Then you do a line down the middle, horizontally and vertically. Now, the one for vertically, that's where the eyes are going to sit, because the eyes sit in the middle of the head. Hello. And then the vertical one is just as a guide for the nose and lips and stuff. Now, with children and babies, the eyes sit a little bit lower than middle of the head, and they generally have big heads. So, we're going to start off with the ear. The ear sits about where the eye line is. His ears are odd shaped, kind of weird. Now you want to remember, you want to draw what you see, not what you think you see. So you keep looking at the drawing, looking at the picture, looking at the drawing, looking at the picture, looking at the drawing. Since his head is tilted, you want to make sure the other ear is a little bit higher than the one you just did. And just, like I said, make sure you do his funky ears. Alright, so now we got that down, we're going to want to do his eyebrows. Remember, he's got this expression. He's really, really happy. I don't know why he's so happy. He just ate, just went to the bathroom, something. So then you got his eyebrows there. Baby's eyebrows are very light usually. Now what I do, I'm looking at his picture. Here, in between the eyebrows and the nose, kind of like a triangle thingy. So I'm going to draw that here. I'm going to use it as a guide. Remember, it's got to have a slight angle to it too. Not too much. Just so we can know where to position the nose at. Now remember, because his head is tilted, you have to also do make sure his nose isn't that big. I draw everyone with big noses because I have a big nose. It's my way of getting even with them. So just remember, like I was saying with the ear, the nose is going to be tilted because his head is tilted. I think that's a major thing when drawing. You do one eye perfect and then the other eye is like all discombobulated and you're like, what the heck, man? And it's because you need to make sure when you start the drawing out that you have a guide, like the lines I did, and make sure you know, is the person looking straight? Is their head tilted? Are they looking up, looking down? Because knowing those things is going to help you to make sure that the drawing looks even all the way across. So now we got his nose down, we're going to go to his eye. You want to measure here how much distance it is between this middle part of the eye here to that part. and also where it begins here. So measure there. It's about there, that's about right. And then look at the curve of the eye, how far it goes, where it lands, where it stops. How far it goes from here, this middle, this little curvy part there. All that is going to help you. It's all a guide to help you to make sure you capture the likeness of the baby, because that's what you're trying to do. We got that eye down, so now let's do the tilt of the other eye. Let's do this middle part just so we have something else to measure with. It takes time to be able to get to where you feel like you can get it, where you feel comfortable being able to draw a person's face, a child's face. You have to practice. The best practice is graph drawing, because you go from block to block essentially, and you are just copying the picture. You'll make a graph of the actual drawing, what you're going to draw on, and then you make a graph of the picture you're drawing. And that way you'll go from each block copying what you see. We'll just darken in his eyes. We'll do the highlights later. It's fine. You see his eyes encompass almost the whole eyeball, the black part. So you want to do that in your drawing as well. Whatever you see, you want to do that. So now we got his very happiness. His head is kind of bigger than this. We got his hairline here. We got his happiness. I'm so happy. Why am I happy? I don't know. So now you gotta measure here the mouth. Measure the cheeks here. And just draw what you see and have fun. Sometimes it could be stressful because it came out good and then all of a sudden you mess something up and you're like, oh man. But that's why you got erasers. Everybody messes up. They say, oh, if you could draw a circle perfectly, then you're a perfect Houdini, Picasso artist. But I don't know who ever invented that, because who can draw a circle perfectly? It's impossible. Good artists are the ones that never give up and keep going despite challenges. The best thing is you do a good picture, show it off. That's going to build your confidence so that you can continue. So now what I'm going to do, this is what I got so far. I'm going to, I could see some errors here. I'm going to change the tape, or actually stop the tape, load it to my computer, and then do another one, because my stupid computer does not like to have or read anything above 2 gigabytes. Therefore, I'll be taping for nothing. So I have to stop now. Alright.